Hi, it's Crystal Trammell with birthingandconsciouschoice.com. Do you feel like pregnancy is a restrictive state of being? Do you feel frustrated with all the things that you are supposed to do or have to do or can't do, can't enjoy because of being pregnant? I think a lot of times pregnancy is viewed as a state of being that is very restricted, held back, delicate, susceptible to, damage in so many ways. You have to eat, 60 grams of protein or 80 or even 100, depending on what diet you're following. You have to follow a specific pregnancy diet. Don't forget your prenatals. Don't eat soft cheeses, and make sure you get enough iron, and you have to gain a certain amount of weight, but not too much weight. Just in the area of diet alone, there are so many shoulds and supposed tos and have tos, and it can feel very a little bit overwhelming, especially to a first-time mama. When I was a first-time mama, I delved into all the recommendations and supposed tos and have tos with zeal. I thought that if I just, did enough research and cross-referenced enough sources, that I would have the perfect pregnancy diet and I couldn't go wrong. I'd do everything right and by the book. And of course, at that time, I did define right as being by the book. So I filled a notebook with different recommendations. I read labels on everything. I found out the best protein sources, and I counted calories, and I checked all the different prenatals to buy the very best one that had the most of all the recommended vitamins and minerals and supplements that I felt that I needed as per my research. In short, I made myself crazy. I worried so much about what I was eating and what I wasn't eating. I worried so much about every little thing that I took into my body. For instance, I remember having taken some herbs to boost my immune system. Echinacea is a pretty common herb to boost your immune system. However, you're not supposed to take it while you're pregnant. And of course, before I had found out I was pregnant, I had taken some echinacea, and I remember during my first midwife visit being nearly in a panic because I had taken echinacea. I think I'd taken 2 pills of it, and I didn't know I was pregnant yet, and I was so scared that I had, made an irrevocable mistake and I had hurt my baby. And of course I hadn't, and the midwife reassured me that, 1 or 2 pills is not going to do any significant damage, most likely. It's really just a guideline. It's a, recommendation for maybe you don't want to extremely overdose yourself on this. Interestingly enough, something as harmless as garlic, especially if you're, eating a lot of Italian food, you're probably eating a lot of garlic. People don't even think about the impact of that. I actually had blood pressure issues during one of my pregnancies, and we traced it to how much garlic I was consuming because garlic is a blood thinner, which of course affects your blood pressure. And it took a little bit of detective work to figure out that that was what was going on. But who blames garlic? It's food, right? It's healthy food at that. What I'm getting at is that there's so much advice on what to do and what not to do. And in a word, I would say take it all with a grain of salt. There's very few things that you need to actually be extremely worried about. Because for everything that's out there that people are recommending not to do or not to eat, not to partake of while pregnant, there are other people out there who have probably done so, and done so deliberately and excessively and with gusto, and have still gone on to have healthy pregnancies, healthy babies, and no adverse outcomes.